Hello on this glorious and amazing day, and thanks for joining me. So, I was asked, how can an orphan be a victor? Now, that's huge. Orphan is huge. It's serious stuff. How can an orphan be a victor? It's a challenge, it's difficult, but an orphan can be a victor too. Any challenging situation, after you go through the initial pain and validate and healing, you decide what you're going to do next. Are you going to transform this situation, or are you going to let the situation hold you hostage and be a victim? Sadly, I've worked with so many women that went through a miscarriage. We won't get into it right now. It's huge, it's painful, it's lonely. Not everyone knows about it. You don't talk to anyone about it, or very few people. And I've seen two outcomes after the initial pain. One woman will be extremely supportive and very helpful for anyone that goes through the same experience that she has gone through. Very supportive, and she will take that situation and turn it into power, to energy, to fuel, to support, validate, and heal. Something even a therapist cannot do, a doctor, a rabbi, a priest. I think the greatest healing and validation we could get is from someone that went through the same situation. And even then, that person will be very careful not to use the word, I know what it feels like, I went through the same. Everyone feels a little bit different, but at least that person, you feel comfortable to talk to them. Yet the second woman will sit there in their pain for months and years, especially if they had more than one miscarriage, and say, why does God not like me? Why does this have to happen to me? Why do I have to go through this? Everything in life has to be fair. Why do I always get punished? There's no way she could take her time, her energy, her positivity to help someone and take this painful event and let it turn into an asset. I'll never forget one Friday night sitting on my couch years ago reading the story, so I hope I will give you the accurate details. But I was reading about the chief rabbi at that time in the early 90s, I believe, the Rishon LeZion, Rabbi Mordechai Eliyahu. And he goes to an orphanage and he meets, I believe it was 11-year-old, and he talks to him, very warm, connects to him. And then he basically said, I don't remember the exact words, but I understand you. I was an orphan too as a child. He just didn't do lip service. Then he gave him his personal number to cell number, his direct line. Said, if you ever need something, call me directly. Here's a guy that has literally millions of people under his wings, taking care of Israel, huge responsibilities. And yet to an 11-year-old, he gives him, shares with him his personal direct line. If you need anything, I'm here for you. That's a victor. A victor is someone that took that pain of his childhood, being alone, having a hard time, being an orphan, and transforming it into energy and positivity. Even closer to home, my dad became an orphan when he was 2 years old. If that's not painful enough, he does not even know till today the day his dad passed away. He just knows what month it was. He was a Russian, went to fight the Nazis, the Nazi army, never came home. If that's not enough, he doesn't even know where he's buried, so he can't even go to his grave site. No closure. If those three are not enough, it's going to be hard. There's no picture of him They were scared of the communists. I don't even know what they were scared of. But his mother had to burn up all the pictures of him. There shall be no memorance, no evidence, no trace. I forgot what number I'm up to, but doesn't matter. If that's not enough, he had no siblings to hold hands and to share a shoulder and cry, to get support in their very difficult situation. If that itself is not enough, at that time he went through hunger himself and ran from country to country to country, survived through a false Polish passport. And if that's not enough, a month before his marriage, his mother drops dead on him. She dies. No siblings. Father doesn't even know what he looks like. Mother. Did he have a reason to kvetch? Did he have a reason to complain? Did he have a reason to be miserable? Absolutely. At the age of 81, not once did I ever hear him say, you know what? Life sucks. I started off with a left foot. No dad, war breaks out, everything goes wrong. Never in my lifetime did I hear. I don't know if someone told him. I don't know if it was nurture or nature. But he was not a victim. He was a victor. And he built up a nice, beautiful family. At least I could talk for my siblings. I'm a little bit biased to myself, but I could talk for my siblings. And focused on what things are good, focused on how things go well. Not once in my lifetime did I say, what a tough start to life. No father, no memories, no gravesite, nothing. In each and every situation. It's not easy, but Viktor Frankl has taught us, going through Auschwitz, and even as he's in Auschwitz, he is then a victor, not a victim, running around and helping people. And then he writes the book, The Pursuit to Happiness, I believe it's called. It's a beautiful read. It's one of the most important books to read before you start off life, before you get in. It will give you a very different perspective. For it's not the winds and the storms that will dictate your life. It's how you will translate them and how you will weather them and how you will deal with them. You have more power in your brain than you could ever imagine. And you are way greater than you think you are. Have yourself a wonderful, delightful day. Thanks for listening.